Identify constants, coefficients, and variables. Now, identifying these three pieces really shouldn't be that bad if you know what they are. So let's talk definitions first. A constant. A constant is just a number that doesn't change, right? Like 2, 0. These are constants. Variables are a representation of a number, right? So like x, n. We don't know what they are. Those can represent any number at all. That's why they are variables, because the values vary. And then the coefficient is the number that is attached to a variable. So if we think we have like 2x, this is the coefficient. We can't call it a constant because we don't know what x is. In this case, if x is 3, then this entire piece would have a value of 6 because 2 times 3 is 6. So the coefficient just talks about the number that is in front of the variable. So let's identify the constants, variables, and coefficients of each expression. So when we're looking at letter A, okay, well, I see an x, so the x would be the variable. The 3 is attached to the x, so the coefficient would be 3. And now the constant is going to be the tricky one. So you can see this negative sign here, that goes with it. So our constant here is -2. Okay, great. Let's look at number 2. Now, in front of y, we have 2 pi, which is very interesting because pi is a number, right? Pi is 22/7, or 3.14. So, and it's always the same, which would make it a constant if it was by itself, but it's attached to a variable. Or yes, so our coefficients here, we have 2 pi as a coefficient. It's attached to y. Y is a letter representing a number, so y is a variable. Then in my next term, I have a 3. Well, that's a coefficient because it's in front of the x, which would be a variable. And then I've got this lonesome 5 all by itself. So that right there would be the constant. And then in letter C, I've got this pi all by itself. Well, that makes it a constant. So pi is constant because, again, pi is 3.14 or 22/7, depending on how you look at it. Or you could take it out more than just 2 decimal places. Then I have the variable of n and this -5 in front. So my coefficient is -5.